Hey, I'm very hungry. What's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite movies, and today I'm going to be doing a movie roundup video where I talk about the movies, TV shows, and animes I've watched in the last month. So once again, June has been a busy month for me, and also an emotionally difficult month for me. So I didn't make two movie roundup videos. I'm only making one, and I think I'll be continuing to do this for the rest of my life, or for the rest of history of this channel, where I'm gonna do one movie roundup video per month. So anyways, starting off, I watched The Empress Dowager by Li Hanxiang, and I was really excited to see a period piece from Hong Kong, but I ended up a little bit let down. Sure, the set design is beautiful, the characters are, however, comically cartoony, and for some reason, the way the story is written, it just feels like a Wikipedia page for me. So 7 out of 10. Afterwards, I watched Damnation by Bella Tarr at the American Cinematheque Aero Theater with my friend Ken and a couple of his friends as well, plus an amazing Q&A with Bella Tarr. And yeah, the black and white cinematography is very beautiful, and the music and sound design is top notch. Sometimes unnerving, sometimes really beautiful and poetic. But the Q&A with Bella Tarr is even more entertaining than the movie itself. The movie is just so damn slow, and I know I sound like a snob right now, and there are tons of slow films that I really love, including one that I'm going to mention a little bit later in this video, but it's just slow and not in a poetic or emotional or beautiful way. Maybe it is poetic, but I just didn't really catch it. The story to me just feels kind of plain, kind of okay. To me, this film gives off Ivan's childhood vibes, while the cinematography and sound design is great and the directing is very promising, but it just feels like Bella Tarr hasn't really reached his heights yet with this film. And it's my first Bella Tarr film. Maybe I shouldn't have watched this as my first, so I don't know, but 7 out of 10. Then I watched Rushmore by Wes Anderson, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really love this era of early Wes Anderson where it's gimmicky and overly stylish, but also not too much as to hinder the story. He essentially takes your average American high school comedy and twists it into something hilariously messed up and intelligently stupid. The performances are fantastic and the characters are so petty, it's so funny, and it's so unique, and the story is also really fast-paced and straightforward, so if you can't get into the later Wes Anderson works, this is highly recommended. 8 out of 10. Then I watched Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse on a big screen at AMC with my friend, and it is as every bit as colorful, as vibrant, as fun, as creative as it gets. This is honestly one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen, and it is incredibly entertaining and creative, and I really love that the conflict is based off of the narrative and the concept of Spider-Man itself. I'm giving this one a strong 9 out of 10. I don't think it's a perfect movie, but it is very great. Then I watched How to Blow Up a Pipeline, and honestly, it's not a bad heist movie at all. It has some really believable characters, and the pacing is very solid. However, the messaging may be a little bit on the nose, but overall it is a fantastic film. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Then I watched The Horse Thief by Tian Zhuangzhuang. And yes, it is a Tibetan film. One of the reasons why I wanted to see this is because I've never seen a Tibetan film before. And honestly, the visuals are amazing. Every single shot of this film can be turned into a wallpaper, but I also didn't expect the film to be this slow. The plot is paper thin, and I almost fell asleep. Maybe I was just very sleepy, but I almost fell asleep, and I had to watch the rest of the movie on the next day. But honestly, it kind of achieved what it's trying to achieve, because this film feels like a meditation. It doesn't feel like a climactic, action-packed, character-driven story. It just feels like a meditation, a force of nature, and it actually somehow aesthetically really worked in the favor of the film. And I just really hope more people get into Tibetan culture and cinema. 8 out of 10. Following that, I watched Uncle Boon Mi Who Can Recall His Past Lives by Apichatpong Wida Setakul, which is a Thai film and the first Palme d'Or for a Southeast Asian film. And oh my god, I love this movie. I love this movie. Holy shit. This is way better than I thought it is. Maybe it's because I expected this to be super slow and boring. I ended up enchanted by this movie. It is transcendental, peaceful, and incredibly intelligent. The way Apichatpong, or as other people call him, Joe, deals with mortality and the supernatural is just so poetic and so dreamy. It's not for everyone, but if you're into slow cinema about mortality that is also very fantastical, it is going to be a treat. 9 out of 10. Then I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and it sucks ass. It's full of CGI, the dialogue is terrible, and the story is as cliche and as predictable as it gets. I was also in a very bad mood when I watched it, so I guess that made the movie even worse for me. 3 out of 10. Then I watched The Celebration, or Festen, by Thomas Vinterberg. This is a Danish film from 1998, I believe, and it is a film that is part of the Dogma 95, which is a Danish film movement where it apparently gives the director full control of the movie by removing all post-production, or most post-production, so no CGI, no Foley sound effects, no artificial lighting, no artificial sound, no non-diegetic music. So obviously this film is made with a very low quality digital camcorder, and this gives this film a home video vibe, which really fits the plot of the movie, because the plot of the movie is about a family meeting, a birthday of a father, and it's literally like Succession. But the twist is amazing, and the interactions feel really real. Every scene is as entertaining as it is uncomfortable and sad and dark and funny at the same time, and I feel like only Thomas Vinterberg himself can make something like that. So realistic, yet so dark, yet so funny at the same time. Also, I like how Thomas Vinterberg violates the Dogma 95 by starring himself in it. So really fantastic movie, one of the best I've seen in a while, 9 out of 10. Then I finished watching Succession Season 4, and oh my god, what an amazing ending season. All the storylines and all the character arcs meet its amazing finale. It really paid off, and it also has some of the greatest performances I've seen in TV. Every single actor gave their absolute best, and the score by Nicholas Britell is honestly the best TV score I've ever listened to, honestly, hands down. It is just so damn good. 10 out of 10. Then I watched The Arch, which is a Hong Kong period film made in 1968, and it's just okay. I went in with really high expectations, so I wasn't really amazed by the film or anything. It's really slow paced for its time, but what's amazing is the editing and the cinematography. It's so freaking experimental and advanced for its time. And I also really love period films, especially Chinese period films, so obviously this film entertained me to some degree, and I'm giving this one an 8 out of 10. Finally, a couple days ago, I watched Asteroid City by Wes Anderson, finally, at AMC, and with a couple friends. And yeah, it is a very interesting watch. Long story short, the concept is very interesting, and the camera work and the color grading are gorgeous, but the story also gets bogged down by the gigantic cast ensemble and the riddled dialogue. So, half and half. I think this movie is very much made for die-hard Wes Anderson fans. Normal moviegoers will definitely not enjoy this as much. 7 out of 10. And also, I'm currently watching Oshino Ko, the anime. I realized that it's been a while since I've seen an anime, so look forward to this one. But yeah, these are the movies and TV shows I've watched in the last month. How about you? What did you watch? Comments below, let me know, subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.